are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game. And then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field.
Ready up. 42. Here we go.
Watch tight.
Ready.
They go play action now with McSorley. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Well, 6-round picks, they don't normally step in and start on day one, that's for sure. But over the years, we've had some big names from that spot.
And obviously, Tom Brady, the biggest name of all, is a 6th-rounder. But there have been others. Antonio Brown, who's played some of the best receiver in the game. Alfred Morris. And I can tell you a quick one on Alfred Morris. When he came out of college and had the big rookie year, I went back to a lot of my scouting buddies and took my book with me and said, okay, what did you guys have him listed coming out of school? I couldn't find anyone who had better than a 6th-round grade on him. Most had 7th round and a good number, undrafted free agent. So you never know what you're going to get.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Here's Dixon. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
He'll run it, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Take it. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. Complete. Smith has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. They'll run on 1st down. It's turned. And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll try the counter with Dixon. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. A run by Dixon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And that one taken in by Lashley.
We play to win.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Here's McSorley to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Andrews. So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble. McSorley, 1st and 10. And he'll find Lashley there. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Stepping, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Trace McSorley ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now McSorley. High throw, but the catch is made. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now it's Dixon. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He's going to fire one. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime, because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, you know, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused...
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
60-yard. Blue down.
Off of play action, it's McSorley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. The drive begins with a run by Dixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven 1st. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the 3rd quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side. And this is caught inside the 5. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. On first down, they go with Dixon. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's McSorley. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this third quarter. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 2nd and 13. Griffin is going to go for a big play. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. To throw is RG3. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On first down, Irvin. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The counter play with Irvin. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 27, Griffin. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? There's Griffin to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run with their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody. Use your practice squad to develop younger players that could eventually contribute in games.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Redskins. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, we've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Baltimore Ravens. I'm Brandon Godden. As always, by my side is Charles Davis. So the final tune-up for the regular season, and probably not going to really see much starter action out here in this one, are we?
You're right. Not much in the way of starters, key veterans, key backups. But the guys who have to make the team, struggling for those few spots that are open, we'll see them the entire time. But you and I both know this as well. There will be a surprise cut or two from guys who didn't actually play in this game tonight thinking that they were safe.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
60 outlaw.
Let him know.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
McSorley sets to pass. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Second year with the Ravens for Hurst. And he didn't have the rookie season he was hoping for, just 13 catches. Remember, he's older than the average second-year player. He spent 2 seasons as a pitcher in minor league baseball before hanging up the glove and heading to the gridiron. Now he says he's more determined than ever. Put on 20 pounds of muscle in the offseason. Says he's on a mission with a lot to prove this year. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll run it. This is Irvin. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. They'll start the drive with Dixon. Dancing away at the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Go, go, go.
first throw for the backup Griffin. And this is Michael Floyd, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 43. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Oh, nice move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run down here with Irvin. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as a Ravens. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they'll set up shop. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Griffin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play. This offense has been humming right along. They've been scoring a lot of points here in the first half. We'll see if they can add more to their total. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Flushed out right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Throwing again. Griffin. Man open. That's Jaleel Scott. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Now it's Griffin. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with Dixon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. Big hold of the 30. It's a foot race. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeLance Turner. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Griffin. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyler Ervin ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll run on first down. Dixon. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll run it with Dixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first down, Ervin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down now. It's Dixon, and they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll run on first down. Ervin. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. On first, again, they go with Ervin. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Griffin going to throw it.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
Use your practice squad to develop younger players that could eventually contribute in games. Easily see how many players you need to cut this week. Here are some recommendations to get you started. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk.
Fitzmagic comes to South Florida. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the debut of Ryan Fitzpatrick as the new quarterback of the Dolphins. They're looking to turn things around as they host Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll be back at halftime with a look ahead to the weekend. But first, let's get down to Miami and hand things over to Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. And of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that, but they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. This is Ingram on 1st and 10, and they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Bryant has it. He's still Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. The offense set to take the field here as they have the football in the final minute of this first quarter. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. From the 36, Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Jackson now forced out to his left. Going deep here for Bryant. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them. So they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now Jackson back into his end zone. Looking downfield for Dez. He's got a man complete. It's a gain of 34. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. It's caught, and there's the first NFL catch for Marquise Brown. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as the Ravens push further out in front. After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come, here I come. Switch it, come on, switch.
Jackson on first down. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So we are in the second quarter now as the offense gets set to take over. They've got it first and 10. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 53 yards. Typically with catches like that, we talk about the height of the wide receiver, but he's one of the shorter receivers in the NFL.
And it doesn't seem to matter, does it? Put the tape measure away. How about some of these guys under 6 feet tall? Antonio Brown, T.Y. Hilton, and Super Bowl 53 MVP, Julian Edelman.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. On second down, it's Edwards. And they can't corral him. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards. This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Now Jackson. He's got the first down inside the 10. Complete to Bryant. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away. 3rd and goal. Jackson being chased out left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown now with his 3rd touchdown and his first. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. They'll run here with Ingram. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards already. Now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson going deep here for Bryant. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where now the offense back out onto the field as they'll take over here in the final minute of this 3rd quarter. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with now. Now following the touchdown, here comes this offense back out onto the field as they will take over with a 1st and 10. Still churning, just bowling over tacklers. There goes Mark Ingram. He's at the 40, 20. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson steps away. He completes it to Bryant. An excellent gain, 35 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. From the 29, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Steps away to his left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
I got you. Mike 52, Mike 52. Man, let's get some penetration here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They'll run on 1st down. It's Ingram. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the move to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. Forced out to his left. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
The real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Ravens, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.